Okay, guys, like I said, I've been trying to get my brains wrapped around everything that's happened in the past week and a half. I guess I think now is the first time in a week and a half I've had a moment to kind of sit down and kind of bring everybody up to speed. I know there's been some sporadic posts on Facebook and on Instagram and all that kind of good stuff. So, like I said, sorry to keep all you guys out there in YouTube land kind of hanging. Appreciate you guys' support. So let me start from the beginning. So last week, 2 weeks, week and a half ago, shit, I can't remember. October the 4th or 5th is when we got ready to go to the Georgia National Fair. So the big announcement was that Thursday is that, I know you guys have been watching the videos over the past several months, and I've been hinting at something, and so the big news is, of course, I am now a host for the Discovery Channel. The new show is called Master of Arms. It's showing on November the 2nd, 10 p.m. after Gold Rush. So that's the big news, but I wanted it to be to kind of great fanfare because I know how many of you folks have been out there supporting me with Black Iron, how many of you guys have stood by me all this time, and so that's been the big deal. I actually got contacted back at the first of this year, and so just about the time that I did the Patreon account to start working towards Black Iron, this falls in my lap, and of course we're under an NDA. We can't talk about it, we can't discuss it. So, one thing for you guys, if any of you thought that I'd started the Patreon, all that kind of good stuff, and then just went quiet because I was lazy, it's not the case. It's because we got to swing at the big time. We filmed 8 episodes. Now, the show, and again, I'd love to discuss a lot of that, but the problem is this is the biggest news that has ever come into the shop until a hurricane hit. So just to give you guys the quick update of what's going on. Yeah, it's cool. I am now the host for a Discovery Channel show. After all this time between YouTube and you guys support over the past 10 years, we got a shot at the big leagues. And so, starting November the 2nd, we get to see if it pays off, if it goes to a second season, and I cannot begin to describe to you what a second season would mean to the shop. I can't even get into it right now. If you guys have seen the other videos, we've taken a bad hit down south. We're an hour and a half, 2 hours above where it made landfall, and it has just absolutely wrecked my town of Morgan and Edison. Albany's wrecked, and down below us it's even worse. Problem is I'm in a very fancy hotel room in DC. I'm up filming some more stuff for the television show, and I've had to leave my family down south, but everybody's got generators and everybody's hunkered down, so it's just absolutely terrible to have to, man, you have these once-in-a-lifetime opportunities, and you have to take them. Yeah, but I will tell you, having to weigh that against the safety and security of your family is a decision that I don't care to have to make. But we're making the best of it. Everybody back home is safe. Nobody's injured. Like I said, we got some power for generators, but it's going to be weeks before power is restored. My main man in the shop, Mr. Corey, is actually covering all my demonstrations at the Perry National Fair. We're still meeting that. Corey's out there now taking my place as a demonstrator. He's doing a fantastic job. So even in the midst of all this, we've managed to meet our business obligations and our commitments, and we've taken care of that. And now I'm in D.C. waiting to do something else in a hotel room. It's as we say, it's a lot to be on one's noodle, to say the least. The shop itself, if you guys saw the videos and you saw the pictures, it's not great. The fact is, though, we lucked out. There's really minimal damage. There's just going to be weeks of cleanup, and of course, the problem is during that cleanup time, you're not making money. And worst of all, what this storm has done is it's hit our farmers. And, guys, the shop depends on that ag revenue, our peanut farmers and those peanut blades. And not only will this delay when we can actually go back to work, it could possibly eliminate a lot of our client base. There's going to be a lot of folks that go belly up with this. There's no two ways about it. So to say that I am concerned is an understatement. There comes a point where you just shut up and keep going. Normally I am strategizing, looking for every possibility, trying to prep and prepare, but this is just, guys, this is just overwhelming. So it's, as they say, it's the best of times and it's the worst of times, and I'm anxious to get home to my family. But up until then, I just want to take a moment, one, for all you folks that have supported me over the years. Who would have thought 10 years ago when we were filming with a potato that I'd end up with the opportunity just to even be on Force and Fire, to have a channel like we do at 53,000 subscribers, or to be a host on the Discovery Channel. So even if the show only goes a couple of episodes, I mean, you got to understand, guys, that the rule is shows only go one season. That's the rule. But even to have the opportunity is tremendous, and I am so grateful for it. And, a lot of this, guys, would not have been possible without your support. I would have never have kept filming this stuff. I would have never continued all this had it not been for the interest that you guys have shown. So thank you, guys. And there's a lot more conversations we need to have, especially about Black Iron. But it's just a lot right now. So give me a little bit. Let me get back home and start this cleanup process. And again, thank you, all of you that have reached out between Facebook and here. I got to say, guys, it's one of the few times I don't have a good plan right now. I just got to get through this weekend, and then I got to get a plan together. So I've heard you all. Thank you so much for your support. And I may very well be calling on some of that here shortly. But guys, y'all be good, be safe, and if you're in the path of this storm and you're trying to recover, hang in there. It's going to be a long ride. You guys be good. See y'all.